Happy Sunday and welcome to your week ahead reading for the week of September 22nd to the 28th, 2025. I pulled some cards. We'll talk a little bit about astrology and get into the energy that you can expect for this upcoming week. We're nearing the end of September. We're closing out this eclipse cycle, which has been a doozy, my friends, a fucking doozy. So let's get into it. I'm going to post a picture of the cards here and we'll run through these smaller reading this week. This feels really good. It is super potent with the main card, the focal point of our reading being the moon. Lots of shifts happening this week, including a seasonal shift. On Monday, the sun moves into the sign of Libra. I don't know about you, but I think that'll be a welcomed change given all of the intense Virgo energy because of the nodes being there, the South Node. And additionally, on the same day, Mars moves into Scorpio. That'll be a shift. Mars feels at home in Scorpio. And a lot of the energy of this week from the cards is reflecting some of this like scorpionic energy. What do I mean by that? So if we're talking about the moon makes me think of this pause, which again is really reflected in the cards that we got. I will share them here. In the drift card, I noticed this so it's called drift, but look at the void in between this space and this space. Additionally, we got the card fertile void. And this darkness, which is this little light coming from the remothering card, talks a lot about, to me, how I am interpreting this energy is moving into this week following this intense eclipse cycle. I have a sense that there's going to be this pause right now. Sometimes if you're watching a movie or if you've experienced this, there's a really loud noise and the loud noise happens. And then there's the ringing, the residual, the recalibrating that happens after hearing something that's so jarring to your system. That is what this week might feel like, where we're in this where am I after all of this stuff has been unfolding after the last couple weeks? How do I tend to myself? Who am I on the other side of this? Who are you, to loved ones, to people in your life? How do we work with this energy? With the moon coming out, there is a lot about reflection needed this week. There's this really interesting balance, and it's interesting talking about balance coming into Libra season, the sign of balance. There's this need to find harmony after what feels like disharmony over the last couple weeks. There's this need to come back into balance where, look how perfectly balanced this card is. There might be a desire to look forward or look back on where you are given the shakeup that we're having. There is a call to be really present this week. Be really present this week and start to notice what you need. The fertile void, the little keywords on this say inner winter, rest, patience, potency, and secret beginnings. And this feels so accurate for the energy that I'm sensing following the eclipse and Virgo season and just the cycles that we're moving through. That there's this space, again with the drift card, there's this space where we're needing to feel the ground beneath us and be like, whew, all right, here's where I've landed. Here's where I am. This week is a week for us to really rest, rejuvenate, go within, get grounded. And by grounded, with a heavy emphasis on rest. The remothering card talks a lot about self-care and tending to, oh my gosh, it's like taking my breath away a little bit. Tending to the body, tending to mental health, physical health. There's a lot of flowers in these two cards, and then none in these two at all. It's like it feels more barren. And the flowers is making me think of, if you feel called, invitation to buy yourself some flowers this week and enjoy them while they last. Because it's something that is fleeting, right? Like cut flowers, even flowers in nature only last for so long before they go through a death cycle and their seeds are released. Right now, here it is. Right now, we're just noticing, or not, or just trusting that as we act like this flower this week, so we are alive and, you know, just existing in water. So like existing, being tended to either by others or to ourselves. And then eventually we will, like, versions of ourselves are dying away, and like accepting, understanding, maybe not seeing that there is a seed being planted for our next steps. So we're not seeking this week. There might be this strong pull to seek of like, all right, now that I've landed, I got to like hit the ground running. No. No. There's a lot in your subconscious. The moon talks about our subconscious. There's a lot in your subconscious being stirred at this time. And there is a gap that you're going to have to like move over. You're going to have to move over. It's like, and in order to move through it, you have to be grounded enough to be like, all right, am I stable enough to like come off one foot to step onto another, a new path, a new part of our path. But in order to feel like you're ready to move onto that path and feel grounded, you have to tend to yourself. Invitation to really like pull back your energy. Has it felt really active? Has Virgo season been more active than you were anticipating? How can you pull your energy back and just tend to yourself this week? We're in the midst of a life, death, rebirth cycle, and we can't be constantly growing and seeking the next thing. I think the path is going to show itself in time. Let the dust settle this week. Allow yourself to notice where you are. Notice what you've moved through. Take really good care of your body. Take really good care of your sense of self and your mental health and your physical health. And allow just time and stillness to cleanse you this week. What a sweet message. I've never considered that before. You know, we're doing all this, like, there are so many ways to cleanse ourselves, and I'm hearing just being is cleansing. I hope you get lots of deep, restful sleep this week and that you find peace because you deserve it. Try not to seek this week. Try not to find out where you're going next. Invitation to step back and just come back home. Here. Good luck. Have a good week, and I'll see you on the other side.